This broadcast of the ASEAN Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.
Go right there, another block by Miguel.
Wide open is Regulus. Back-to-back triples for Mono Vampire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in!
CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lai, oh everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the net.
Leaky with a big steal. Leaky for 3. That goes in. What a play!
Good afternoon, folks. It's a beautiful day here at Changhua County Stadium, the perfect setting for what we will be calling the Taiwan tussle between these two teams, the Formosa Dreamers and the Taipei Fubon Braves, two local, what we expect to be rivals, heading into the 10th season of the ASEAN Basketball League. Of course, my name is TK. I'll be anchor for the game today, and alongside me is our local residents, Kurt Long.
Yeah, it's great to be here, and this game's been on both of these teams' calendar since Fubon made the switch from the SBL over to the ABL, and you know, these guys are shaking hands, hugging each other. A lot of them have played alongside of each other here in local Taiwan leagues and other leagues. Mick Morrow, who stars for the Dreamers, has played under Coach Radra in Fubon before. And so there's lots of love before the game, but I think once that ball goes up and we have that jump ball, I expect other things to happen.
For sure, indeed, these guys will be wanting to move up the standings. Taipei Fubon Braves, as you see on the screen, 3-1. Formosa Dreamers looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-2 to start. Not the most perfect start for Coach Kyle Julius, but he hopes to be turning this around against his crosstown rivals. We'll be starting the game soon. The Formosa Dreamers, of course, as coming off a loss last week to the Macau Black Bears. The Taipei Fubon Braves also coming off 2 wins in this past week, so different momentums coming in. What do you think ahead of this game?
Yeah, I think the mindset for the Dreamers is important. That they just have the ability to bounce back, not worry about last game. It was obviously a game that they struggled with just in the end game, the execution, and that chemistry, like Coach, will improve in time as Coach Kyle Julius gets more time with his guys because they led against the Black Bears for most of that game, and it was sort of a crushing loss, and just the execution down the stretch, you know, wasn't as efficient as they would have liked to be in closing that game out. But I expect them to be on top of their game today. They got the home crowd with them, and they're playing against a top opponent. So,
all right, both teams are ready. See they're on the starting five. Here we go. The Formosa Dreamers in white, the Taipei Fubon Braves in powder blue. They will start with the possession. Charles Garcia here gets the ball to single team high top. He looks for the shot. Doesn't miss. Doesn't make the opening play.
Yeah, a lot of these local players have played with each other as well on the national team here in Taiwan, so they'll be familiar with each other. Individual moves, those tendencies, I'm sure the local national players have shared that with their teammates as well.
The Fubon Braves rushing up the court, not connecting there. A bit sloppy for the two teams starting the game.
Yeah, a lot of nerves coming into this. I mean, these guys are used to playing at a big stage, but still, nevertheless, it sort of takes a couple possessions for you to get the feel out.
Gets it to Liam McMorrow in the post. He's backing down Garcia and gets swatted down by Garcia. Great defensive stance by the Fubon Braves there.
Yeah, Garcia and Sang both with blocks on that possession, and this Fubon team does have a little bit more size than the average ABL team. They got a tall lineup.
Starts again with a triple.
He would be used to playing in this gym, and these fans are used to seeing him do just that, as even here in Changhua County, the home of the Formosa Dreamers, some of these fans are, you know, have some favorites as well on the Fubon team.
Getting a lot of the cheers early on, but Marcus Keane gets on the board for the Formosa Dreamers as well. A solid mid-range jumper.
Yeah, Marcus Keane, we know he can score the basketball. He corrected me before the game, leading NCAA Division I in scoring, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of scoring today, so it'll be fun to see how Marcus Keane can keep up with the tempo, the fast-paced tempo that the Fubon Braves play with.
Indeed, the Fubon Braves leading the second in the league in scoring, one of the most efficient offensive teams in the league. The Formosa Dreamers will have to find a way to stop that, and that guy will be key. Jaren Young, one of the best defensive players so far to start this season.
Yeah, Jaren Young, great athleticism. We know he can score the basketball too. He has plenty amount of highlight plays, driving to the basket, fast breaks. We know he can shoot, and the Dreamers really need him to step up and be aggressive all day today.
Miguel Yang gets his name on the scoreboard. Another one of those former national team players with Chinese Taipei.
And that was one of the biggest storylines for me. It was sad that Amigo Yang came out in his first ABL game and was hot from three-point land, had four trays last game, and his team wasn't able to get the win, which I know is what Amigo wanted more than getting all of those points.
Right now, it'll be Siren Cheng in the post against the shorter Marcus Keane. He takes advantage of that immediately. Then Cheng coming down the other way. He has Mayo on him. Jaren Young calls another foul on the Fubon Braves. Braves playing on the perimeter with 4 outside guys and Liam McMorrow in the post. Direct Jaren Young down low. He has Lucic on him. Young tries to move and loses control a bit. Shot clock running down. Nice pass to McMorrow. Cannot get a control of it still. And big rebound by Lee Chichen. Mayo adds on to the score with another triple.
Yeah, so far, outside shooting is hurting the Dreamers right now, not being able to close out on those wing three-point shots.
That is an offensive foul on Liam McMorrow. A big storyline for the Formosa Dreamers in their first 2 games this season. He's fouled out in both games, and even picking up an unsportsmanlike foul. That is something that they have to control.
Yeah, referee saying he didn't have that foot set in place while he tried to get that on-ball screen.
Charles Garcia looking good. Just right at Liam McMorrow, trying to draw the foul, but gets the bucket nonetheless. Marcus Keane, mid-range again, tries to kick it away, gets stolen. Taipei Fubon Braves on the break. OJ Mayo looking for his options. Gets stolen right back, both teams high tempo. Amigo Yang, nice kick, Jet Chang gets him in the air, and an easy basket for Jet.
Yeah, Jet Chang putting OJ Mayo in the spin cycle there, and you know, Jet knows this Fubon team very well. He was just with them several months ago winning an SBL championship and decided to leave Taipei, now lives in Changhua County playing with the Dreamers.
Dreamers in the running again. Mayo, nice, quick hands. Liam McMorrow and one. Liam McMorrow getting aggressive down low, gets the foul on Charles Garcia on the break there.
Yeah, good hands first by OJ Mayo, but McMorrow, you gotta feed the big man when he runs the paint, runs the floor, and finishing on the other end as we see the replay of Jet Chang taking his time, getting the separation, and knocking down his first 2 points of the game.
Some good possessions in transitions for the Dreamers. Unfortunately, Liam McMorrow unable to take advantage of the three-point play. The Braves up 12-9, nearly halfway through the first quarter. Sengwen Ting has Amigo on him, gets it to Mayo, who's been on fire. Kicks it out to Garcia, nice ball movement. Sai knocks down the runner. That is his trademark shot.
Yeah, he gets shots off that you don't think are normal for people to get off, and he can be crowded in the lane. He has amazing concentration and such a soft touch going to the basket. McMorrow just couldn't quite step over and in time to stop that shot from being kissed off the glass.
For all the talent that Saigon Cheng has, he is an unorthodox player, as we see on the court. Knocks down the free throw, extending the lead of the Braves to 15-9. With Cheng bringing the ball up. He'll get a screen from McMorrow. Still looking for the opportunities. Feisty defense by the Fubon Braves. Jaron Young. Pull-up jumper goes down.
Yeah, he needs to look for that shot more. Jaron Young has that ability to get that mid-range shot off if teams are trying to stop him from getting into the paint. And on the other end, though, just continuing to take advantage of mismatches and getting those high percentage shots in the paint.
And that's what the Braves have been doing well, and they jump out to a 17-11 opening quarter. We'll be back after the break.
Sexy 要丢礼物的时间来了，哪边先消失？好，我们要感谢呢来到现场帮我们加油的嘉宾们，分别有彰化县的议长谢点林议长，以及县议员刘淑芳、黄千叶以及曹家豪县议员，谢谢来帮我们加油。暂停，时间到。
各位，气氛非常好，但是这可是梦想家的主场啊，让我们声音再大一点。耶！
It's been as an intense start to the rivalry as expected. 17-11 in favor of the Fubon Braves, but everyone has gotten on the scoreboard with at least one field goal.
Yeah, they're a tough team. Speaking of the Braves, offensively and defensively, that's why they've been able to rack up 3 wins already this season.
Young gets clipped as he takes a jumper and will go through the line. Zhang looking a little bit startled about that foul called on him.
Yeah, that will be now 2 fouls on him, so Coach Roger might have to look to his bench a little bit early, even though Fubon has had this fast start.
We are possibly going to see the ABL debut of Joseph Lin as he goes to the substitution bench. And Young, though, misses his first free throw.
Yeah, Lin has played with the Braves in previous seasons, so he's familiar with this team, but he's taken a stint abroad and returning, and welcoming him to the ABL officially, and excited to see what he can bring to the Braves team. We know he can score the basketball just like his brother can, and he can electrify this crowd as well.
Fubon Braves continuing to go to Sang Wen-ting in that high post. Gets it to Lin. He has Jet on him. That is a dream matchup for Chinese Taipei fans. Sang, though, drops to Garcia, spin move, and the shot clock runs out. Good defense by the Dreamers.
Yeah, it's a great job by the Dreamers closing out and clogging the paint that time, not allowing Garcia to get anywhere off of that spin, and that's what the Dreamers are going to need more of. They have to get stops. You know, last season they maybe could have beaten teams scoring 110 points a game. We'll see. We have yet to see them get those huge numbers like last season. So that defensive part is definitely a big aspect of Coach Kyle Julius's team this year.
Here they will try to make it work on offense. Jet Chang looking for Marcus Keene. Shot clock running down from the corner. Does not go in, but Liam McMorrow, big valley rebound. Xian Lei coming into the game earlier. They're gonna get another shot out of Marcus Keene. Driving, circus shot, and again another offensive board by McMorrow. Power move in the paint.
And the start from McMorrow just on the offensive boards alone has been a big energy change from last game.
But the Fubon Braves immediately answer with another triple. Lin Jie-chia, 2 already in this game. Jared Young, he has Lin on him. Tries to navigate away. Gets up in the air, draws another foul. And will go to the line for 2 once again.
Yeah, this Braves defense has yet to sort of figure out Young, and he's getting to the free throw line, scoring points in a variety of ways, using shot fakes and that mid-range shot. But on the other end, Lin, again, from the same spot where he hit his first 3-point shot, you know, just keeping this lead at 6 for the Braves.
That foul pushes the Fubon Braves to the max, already with 5 personal fouls. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. The Dreamers will be going to the line from here on out. Jared Young makes his first free throw from this trip. Gets the Dreamers to within 5. This is the second one, and more offensive boards for the Dreamers still.
Yeah, McMorrow really being active there.
Another power move by McMorrow, and another foul drawn on the Fubon Braves.
Yeah, so far the Dreamers really stepping up in front of their home crowd in terms of just those energy, those 50-50 balls have been theirs yet so far today, and that's been crucial for them.
Yeah, good statement, especially coming off of that loss we were talking about earlier. Macau Black Bears in the final minutes. And McMorrow knocks down his first free throw. Braves, of course, bringing in Sim Bueller just the possession earlier to counter McMorrow's size.
Yeah, they're blessed. Coach Rogers blessed to have guys like Garcia and Bueller, and you know, even the local guys saying, you know, there's a lot of size. Unlike the Dreamers, when McMorrow gets in foul trouble, it's hard for them to replace a guy like him with their lineup. But on the other end, the Braves, you know, they can be a little bit more aggressive in terms of fouls because they have a deep bench in that post position.
Braves, though, trying to feed their big man. unable to do so there from Wolf. Xiaoxie also coming off the bench for the Fubon Braves. Coach Roger digging a bit deeper into his lineup. Lin holding the ball, looking for that pass, crosses all the way over, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Fubon Braves. Both coaches, knowing that this is going to be a dogfight, has really brought down to the bench players. Coach Kaljo is bringing in Changhua for his first time in this game. Miguel coming back on the floor, drives, looking for that mid-range, doesn't get it. TLA from the top of the key.
And that's why Tianlei, just as much as anybody else in this building, got a big ovation when they announced the lineups for today. He's done that for the national team. He's done that for a variety of teams through the years. And he can really stroke the ball from outside.
That's another guy who can stroke the ball. His first points ever in the ABL. Joseph Lin knocks down the jumper. Keep the Fubon Braves up ahead, 22-20. Inside pass denied. The Braves running. Almost tapped away. OJ Mayo crosses. Stolen, and again the Dreamers come the other way. Marcus Keith finds his way, just gets out, and he drops down. The and one flexing in front of the crowd.
Yeah, Marcus Keene, so quick, but then you also have to respect his strength, and he went straight into the defense on this play and absorbs the contact, finishes away with his offhand, and very explosive play. But you do have to go back and give credit to the defense of McMorrow, just getting his hand in those passing lanes, and his activity so far on the glass and defensively is a big change from last game when he was in foul trouble for most of the game. It was hard for him to get in this rhythm that he finds himself in now.
Unable to take the lead though, the Dreamers, and we are tied at 22 with a minute and a half left in the first quarter. Lin going to the left side of the court, trying to use that screen by Sang. Nice pass up top. Sang with a fake, and he gets it on McMorrow.
Yeah, McMorrow thought he was pushed, but that was just great chemistry and awareness. Lin knowing where Sang was going to be, and Sang knowing what to do with it when he caught the ball down low.
A veteran move by the veteran big man. Another turnover by the Dreamers. The Braves are running again. Lin passes. Oh. Traveling violation, unable to take advantage of the numbers there. The Dreamers get away with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Tianlei is known super well for his defense, but on that possession, he did a good job. You know, 2-on-1 advantage, you always want to capitalize on those things. So Fubon sort of kicking themselves in the feet with that one.
Dreamers with Fubon up ahead by 2 points. Another foul drawn. Like selling the call a bit there by Shen Yuhan, but the refs will call it, and he will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, so Fubon will be in penalty already with 5 fouls this quarter, and that is number 2. So no more substitutions for the Braves here in the first quarter.
Coach Roger already playing 10 players in just the first 10 minutes of the game. Recently bringing in Lighting and the promising youngster. Chen Yuhan knocks down the first and has a chance to tie it up here before we close the opening sequence. Oh, shit! Fubon Braves with 43 seconds left in the first quarter. Lighting and brings it up. Gets it to Sang from the top of the key. Scott knocked it down. Leah McMorrow. The ball is going all over the place. Ends up with the Dreamers bringing it up. Both teams a bit sloppy here passing the ball up.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You corral those rebounds, and you know, you got to take care of it. These guys are like hawks. They're looking ball hawks. They want the ball wherever they can get it, and you got to take care of the basketball. And these Dreamers are missing Kenny Chen, a couple of their main guards. So, you know, you have some guys, especially now with Marcus Keene out of the rotation, guys that aren't used to being the primary point guard.
10 seconds left. Changhua with the ball. Tries to get it, and it is almost stolen once again. 4 seconds now. Rides again with the clock running down. Floats it up, and it rolls off the rim to close down an exciting first quarter. We are still tied at 24. We'll be back after a short break.
游戏就有机会获得宝岛梦想家的海报，同时参加我们赛后的签名会。另外呢，天堂 MT 梦想宝箱。
谁管黑怕还不黑怕，太小家子气。国中还没毕业我就学会做生意，天生敢打事的笑脸，当比富有在争气。每个喊着金汤匙，操滚是风老师屁。我大气到大家都知道我是负责那件经典
第二节准备开始。
So we're back after a quick breather of exciting action here at Changhua County Stadium with the Taipei Fubon Braves and the home team, the Formosa Dreamers. Let's hear your thoughts, Kirk, about the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely a good composure for the Dreamers. You know, they got down by 6-7 points early in the game. Were able to sort of come together defensively, work together. Young offensively being aggressive, which I like to see, but McMorrow really battling down low to give the Dreamers second chance points was big, and he controlled the paint defensively too.
There, as we're talking offensive boards, that's the 5th of the game for the Dreamers already, almost 6, but instead a foul, a loose ball foul by McMorrow.
Ooh, they might be switching that up. I believe it was Young who got pushed, so referee initially pointing the wrong way, but it was Young who did get pushed in the back, as we see right here at the bottom of the screen, and he had that inside position, so good call.
Yeah, that's going to be the foul. Instead, on Changhua, the Dreamers continue to extend their possession. As you mentioned, the offensive boards owned by Liam McMorrow, already 3 in this game.
Yeah, he's just moving bodies out there. He's being a workhorse, fighting for it.
Great pass by Lee Shui Lin. The and one by Jaron Young.
And that's what Lee Shui Lin does so well for this team. He's not a scorer first point guard, but he's loved because he's so disciplined. He sets up the offense so well for these guys, and even when he's out of bounds, he can help his team make plays by delivering that perfect bounce pass.
Introduced as the Taiwanese Allen Iverson earlier in the game. Probably a bit earlier in his days, but he's evolved into a really solid point guard.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. It doesn't have to be for himself. You can be a playmaker and make plays for others as well. And that's what he does seldomly see him make the wrong pass.
Jared Young with his 5th points in the game, giving the Dreamers a 27-24 lead. Chiche back in the game. Joseph Flynn trying to direct this offense. Gets the big screen. OJ Mayo has not taken the 3. Still kicking it around. Joseph Flynn does not make that jump. Marcus Key now bringing it back, trying to speed his way past Flynn. What a drive! And an easy layup by Marcus Key.
Yeah, good luck stopping that one-on-one in transition. He's just so shifty and quick, and Marcus Keene just doing a great job. Coach Roger wants to talk about it.
Definitely want to set up that defense. He's going to talk about it a lot in these minutes. We'll be right back. So coming out of the timeout, the Dreamers are off to a strong start in the second quarter, a 5-0 run. Just the first minute, forcing the Fubon Braves to call a timeout and see how this goes.
Yeah, the Braves still have some of their second unit in, you know, Lynn coming off the bench. You know, there's 3 of the starters are out there as well, so it's just been great hustle, intensity by the Dreamers, and I think a big reason for that is this home crowd really gives the Dreamers an extra advantage. I mean, there's not an empty seat left in the house, and you know, they can feed off the energy of their fans and really play tough basketball.
Lynn inbounds to Lin Chiche, crossing it over, step back, almost with a highlight play, but a put back by Charles Garcia.
Yeah, this is an interesting lineup for Coach Roger. You got Buehler and you got Garcia in there, so really trying to take advantage of the mismatch because Young has to guard Garcia, and Young's normally a better perimeter defender than being in the post.
We'll see if they go back to that, but a circus layup by Joseph Lynn, making some noise in his ABL debut. Jared Young back to Marcus Keene. They're still working it out on the perimeter. Lynn gets the screen. Marcus Keene still kicking it around, moves it all the way to Jet Cheng from the corner, does not go down. And another offensive board, nice pass. Jared Young does not get the foul after the contact, and another offensive board.
McMorrow, man, they can't stop him down there.
And it finally results in points for the Dreamers, a 3 by Marcus Keene.
Yeah, you cannot take for granted the toughness and the grit that the Dreamers are playing with right now, and they haven't played together for a long time. It's a new lineup compared to last year, but they just have a lot of pride. They fight for all these loose balls.
Richard Chia, get around. OJ Mayo gets swarmed by Jared Young, and the Dreamers out on the break again. Jet Cheng all alone for another 2 points. Dreamers are out to a dreamy start to the second quarter. Charles Garcia at the top. And Liam McMorrow swats it, but it will be called for goaltending at the rim just a bit late.
Yeah, McMorrow definitely wanted that one. Garcia with a nice spin move, which we've seen from him several times, but just catching it on the way down.
Still a statement from McMorrow for not allowing that to go in. The Dreamers will bring the ball up. They are up 34-30. And we will have some clock issues a bit as the score table settles down. What do you think has been the biggest change here to start the second quarter, Kirk?
Oh, second quarter, I mean, we've seen more McMorrow dominating the post, but you know, the Braves with Garcia and Buehler in, I believe, you know, it's been they tried to attack the lane more, whether that's Lin with a drive or Garcia, you know, just recognizing that size. But I don't know, a lot of the similar things.
You almost got the rebound there, Kirk, but it's been the Dreamers that have been dominating on the rebounding side of the game. 8 offensive boards to their box score right now. That's been a big factor.
Yeah, and against this talented Fubon team, the Dreamers are going to need to win in that department, and especially at home. That has to be sort of their moniker.
Great pass by O.J. Mayo inside, a bit wide for Charles Garcia. Quick hands by Lee Shui-Lin to stop an easy basket from Buehler. Buehler finds himself inbounding the ball. Gets it to Mayo from the corner. Hits and doesn't go down. Dreamers are running once again. Marcus Keene, no one's stopping him, but Jet Chang gets the kick. Another offensive board by McMorrow. Someone needs to put a body on him.
Yeah, I mean, even when there is a body on him, it's almost like he's just too strong and elevating too high right now.
Marcus Keene high looping. Does not get it this time.
Oh.
It's a foul on McMorrow, it seems, tapping away at the hands of Buehler.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that call. It seemed like, you know, Buehler didn't really have possession or control of it yet as the ball was up in the air. So just thought, you know, I guess that angle is a little bit different than the angle we have. There's definitely some contact there, but that's a tough one for McMorrow, who's, you know, trying to stay in the game. And that will be now 2 personal fouls for him, so he'll have to take a rest.
Indeed, and it will be interesting to see how the Dreamers react to this as they go smaller. Inchiche at the top. Down to Sim Buehler.
Ooh. That time Tien Lei doing a good job battling, holding his own position, and Young might have come away with the steal, but saying Tien Lei got him across the arm.
Coach Kyle Julius taking an opportunity to rest Marcus Keene as well.
This is when Fubon will want to try to capitalize two import players on the bench right now for the Dreamers.
Great defense on the chase down by Charles Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia's just one of those guys who can do things offensively, but Garcia can really change the game defensively too with his size and athleticism.
Yeah, the pace picking up there. And as we saw on the other side of the court, Buehler picked up with an offensive foul. The Dreamers still up ahead by 4. Running it on the perimeter, Amigo to Jet. Jet trying to make his way inside. Nice pass to Lee Shui-Lin. Corner 3 by Amigo. Misses. Buehler puts it up ahead. O.J. Mayo alone for the layup.
Yeah, great job by O.J. Mayo leaking out Buehler. Great recognition. When you're 7'4", it's a little bit easier to throw that outlet pass and see who's open. So good chemistry there by the Braves.
Lee Shui-Lin does not answer with a 3. Buehler again gobbling up the boards with McMorrow on the bench.
Yeah, that rebound went straight to Tien Lei, but Buehler just able to take 1 step across the lane and grab it from him.
Shishan gets Mayo for the mid-range jumper and smooth take by
Yeah, I would think that Marcus Keene would have to be back in here soon, and even though McMorrow has 2, I wouldn't be surprised to still see him here in the second quarter. It'll be hard for this lineup for the Dreamers to hold their own against the Braves.
Lee Shui-Lin wants the offense to go this way. Jet Chang driving. Nice pass to a cutting Amigo, but Sim Buehler just big there in the post.
Yeah, just the size. Buehler able to clog the paint.
And now The Fubon Braves is taking advantage of their size, getting the basket and one.
Yeah, pick your poison. I mean, it's just there's a mismatch no matter which way you go. Having Young and Amigo out there on Bular and Garcia just seems you know, I don't know if they have many other choices, but that's just a tough lineup to guard.
You got 2 fouls. You can't pick up your third. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, big 3 minutes here. Let's lock in. Okay, let's lock in. Offense. Hey, offense, get fist one. Get the cutter. When you get your drive, don't be afraid to attack Sim. Attack him. He'll foul you. Don't be afraid to attack him. Okay, offense, fist one. Okay, fist one, execute. But we gotta play with tempo. Okay, hey, stay in man. Listen, hey, listen for green. Listen for green. Not yet though, not yet. Okay, here we go, here we go. Together, 1, 2, 3.
Defense.
Yeah, rebound.
Yeah, rebound. We got rebound. We need rebound.
So the Taipei Fubon Braves overcoming a strong start by the Dreamers in the second quarter, now overtaking the lead 36-34 with just under 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's going to have to be some defensive intensity and pressure. You know, one way to stop the post when you have a mismatch down there, if you're the Dreamers, is you got to really pressure the ball handlers to not allow them an easy dump pass down into the post-up spots. And so that's one way to try to stop Garcia and Bular, is just to make it hard for the entry pass to come in. But once they get it there that deep, it's going to be hard for Tien Lei and Amigo and Young to, you know, they're just overpowered down there.
Coach Kyle Julius wants his players to attack the basket more aggressively, but they are struggling to find the seams in there. Nice pass! Jaron Young gets disturbed by Charles Garcia on his way up.
Yeah, Jaron Young can finish at the basket, but he's used to having that momentum on a drive.
And O.J. Mayo just adds on with a triple from the corner.
Yeah, we all know he's played at a high stage. He's used to this atmosphere and just makes it look so easy, nonchalant, knocking down the corner three.
Lead for the Braves has built on back to 6. Dreamers have struggled with McMorrow on the bench. Marcus Keene tried to kick it to Tien Lei, but just the seam is not big enough.
Yeah, what you have to sort of do right now with the Dreamers, I mean, Garcia and Bular, they don't want to come out to the three-point line and guard it. Tien Lei, Amigo, Young, you guys, you got 5 shooters in there, you know, maybe space the floor. Maybe Tien Lei doesn't want the ball there near the block, you know, space them out and see if Bular and Garcia can actually guard the Dreamers out at the three-point line.
Mayo trying to work his way around. Good defense by the Dreamers. It'll be called for a jump ball. The possession should be staying with the Fubon Braves.
Yeah, it's been a 10-0 run now, though, so the Dreamers got to get stops, but they also got to figure out how they're going to score in this lineup. They're getting the ball in good areas. It's just, you know, without McMorrow in there for that drop pass, it's a little bit harder to score in the paint.
3.5 seconds left on the shot clock for the Braves. Garcia gets it down on the baseline. Step back three a little bit. Bular, that is easy work for the big man.
Yeah, Tien Lei is a very talented player, plays at a high level, but he has not had the responsibility too many times in his playing days to be responsible for guarding a 7'4" player like Bular.
It is just tough when Sim Bular gets that close to the basket with the ball above his head. There's not much you can do.
Yeah, and McMorrow comes back in the game. He'll have to be smart. He has 2 personal fouls. He doesn't want to pick up that third here in the first half. And but then at the same time, you know, you don't want to let the big guys continue to dominate down there. So that will be a tough spot for McMorrow to play aggressive, but not pick up his third foul at the same time.
Marcus Keane to Jared Young. Backcourt duo of the Dreamers. Down to Amigo, he has a screen. Jared Young gets the screen followed after. Trying to kick the ball around, but just packing it in the zone is Fubon. Nice pass, draws the contact, and one. That's what the Dreamers needed.
Yeah, Young struggled the last couple times. He caught the ball there with Bueller and under the basket, but that time, coming from the outside in, he had that momentum to really get his jump going, and he can just about out-jump anybody in the league, drawing the contact, finishing at the rim, and that was a big basket for the Dreamers, who had gone cold for the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Jared Young looking to add on to his total, pushing that to 8 points so far in this game. Shishan doing the point guard duties for the Braves.
It looks like the Dreamers are in a 1-3-1 look right now, trying to battle the big guys Garcia and Bueller with a different kind of style of defense.
Garcia turns the ball over, nice pass up ahead to Jet, and the foul called on OJ Mayo.
Yeah, he does not like the call, but you don't call him Jet for a reason. He had that speed, and the officials who looked like they had the angle saw a little bit of contact, so definitely a tough call if you're OJ Mayo. But Jet Chang with a nice finish either way.
Maybe they're seeing the contact from behind, which may be deemed a little bit dangerous. Nonetheless, Jet Chang will get another attempt to add on to the board, and a chance to cut the lead down to 3. Jet misses the free throw, and the Braves look to come up again with Lin back on the floor.
And they might have to adjust the shot clock here again. But 1:33 left, 4-point game. Nice little run, back-to-back baskets for the Braves. Definitely needed. McMorrow still has 2 fouls. I believe Young might have 2 fouls as well. So a little bit of foul trouble for the Dreamers. They just want to get out of this first half without one of their big imports picking up a third.
There, Sim Bueller goes straight to McMorrow, looking to get that foul, but playing it safe. Sim Bueller gets 2 more points. Jared Young. Amigo Yang, they are still struggling to find a way to get it inside. Marcus Keane, though, driving, looking for that lane, doesn't get it. Amigo, though, fakes and steps on the line. Just again, swarming defense by the Fubon Braves.
Yeah, great job getting their hands up, making things hard as we see the replay of Bueller taking advantage, knowing that 2 fouls already on the big man, and McMorrow's probably not going to try to play too aggressive on the post defense.
The last minute of the first half coming up. Sim goes up against McMorrow again, banging it down low. Lin and Liam McMorrow swipes it out of the air, but that was on the way down.
Even if it was going down, it was still pretty impressive. So definitely you want to see that shot might not go in. And just to see him a foot above the basket is still pretty cool.
That's not something you see every day.
No, it's not, but you don't want to give up the free 2 points too, because even though it's probably a floater that Joseph Lin's going to make, you know, it's not for sure.
The Braves go up by 8 because of that. Dreamers trying to answer. A drive by Marcus Keane will not go this time. Risky attempt there by Liam McMorrow. Lin Chichia crossing it over, draws a foul on Jared Young with the clock winding down. That seems to be Young's first personal foul of the game.
And the call is on the ground, and I think that's the 4th team foul for this quarter, so I don't think there's a bonus situation. Oh, it must be the 5th.
Yeah, that's
updating the board.
Yeah, that's just the 5th. Chichia, though, usually a very good free throw shooter, misses it there on his first attempt. Makes That's the second one. Today he's been a bit quiet aside from 2 triples.
Yeah, he's done well defensively though, and you know, he's had some great defenders on him. Jet Chang playing great defense on him. Young sometimes on him, and so he's definitely had some tough matchups to deal with.
Jet Chang looking to drive, kicks it back to Amigo Yang. Falls way short on the triple. 10 seconds left in the first half. Kicks it to Seng Wen Ting. The Fubon Braves will run it out. Joseph Lin trying to shake his way. Gets stolen by Jared Young. The clock winding down. He doesn't realize it. And that will be the end of the first half. The Fubon Braves up by their biggest lead of the game so far, 48-39 to close out the action. We'll be coming back to you after a break during halftime. Stay tuned. Second half is about to go underway. The rivalry, the Taiwan tussle here in the 10th season of the ASEAN Basketball League between the Fubon Braves and the Formosa Dreamers. The visiting Fubon Braves up ahead 48-39 so far, Kirk.
Yeah, and you know, there's a last couple minute stretch there that was tough for the Dreamers. Late in the second quarter, Fubon really able to post some dominance. Down low, they're gonna have to have more than just McMorrow, speaking of the Dreamers, help rebound and help control that paint area. Hasn't been a strength of the Dreamers so far, beating teams in inside point. And against Fubon especially, they can really capitalize. So the Dreamers have to take care of the shots near the basket.
Turnover immediately from the start by the Dreamers. Fubon Braves have on the floor O.J. Mayo, Sim Bular, Hung Chi-shan, Seng Wen-ting, and Sai Wen-cheng. Bular in the post against McMorrow. Tries to move inside, kicks it back out to Hung Chi-shan. Sticks up the three, does not go down. Marcus Keene running the other way, pulls up on the other end and does not hit that.
Yeah, Keene got to get going too. We know he can score the basketball, but he's going to have to try to break through, whether it's coming off pick and rolls or his teammates finding him in places to be successful. He has to be the one initiating and creating a lot of the offense for the Dreamers team.
On that end though, Keene fouls Sai Wen-cheng as he attempts to drive to the basket. Sai with 5 points in this game already. Perfect 2 for 2 and 1 for 1 from the charity stripe. That there extends the lead, continues to be the biggest lead of the Braves so far, now in double digits at 10.
And you know, Sai's not just a role player. He's a guy that, you know, he can help carry a team if he needs to. He's done that in the SBL. He's been a key contributor, but he only played 6 minutes in the first half. So he starts the second half, he's well rested, he's good to go. And you know, last game the Fubon team had 33 bench points, and they really have guys who can come off and play at a high level.
Jet Triangle throwing it up to McMorrow. That's a good way to get buckets for the Dreamers.
Yeah, they need him to be consistent down there. That time McMorrow fighting for the space, and hard to stop when he catches it 2 feet from the basket, even if you're 7'4" like Bular is.
Sai Wen-cheng chops another bucket, carrying the offense in the second half of the Braves. Jared Young to Marcus Keene. Young takes a three. He answers immediately for the Dreamers.
Yeah, they need that, and I like that Young-Keene combination. They have to not just create for themselves, but try to help each other find the open shots as well.
That is Young's first triple of the game. Sai gets Bular in the post. McMorrow playing it safe, almost taken away by Young. Good stance there by McMorrow to stand his ground.
Yeah, definitely a great job. Hard to battle down there. Bular catching it deep, but really doing a good job keeping his feet in position and his hands up was McMorrow.
On the other end, Hung Chi-shan called for a foul on Marcus Keene as he was driving up. So 2 quick fouls on the Braves to start this second half. Marcus Keene getting past Mayo, pulling up for the jumper, does not go down. Bular does not like that contact.
No, he's shaking his head. He's been asking that for earlier, and they did, you know, give McMorrow one of his 2 fouls on a tap like that in the first half.
Veteran move by Seng Wen-ting, drawing the ball at the hands of Jared Young for the contact.
Yeah, Seng's another guy, you know, he could play 30 minutes a game if you needed him to. You know, out of the 24 minutes in the first half, you know, he only played 12. So a lot of these guys for the Braves well rested, where the minutes for Young, Chang, McMorrow on the other end are really piling up.
Good play there by the Braves to get Bular open. The screen from Chet under the basket. free throws for Sim.
I think Coach Roger is telling Bullard, you just got to dunk that one. That way it doesn't go out. But good for the Bullard to be able to capitalize down low, capitalize on the free throw line.
That is Sim 6 points in the game, 9 rebounds as well. This is the second free throw, however.
Ends up being a good foul then for Jet Chang to send Bullard to the free throw line, only getting 1 of 2. But the Dreamers find themselves down by 9 again. They need something.
Young pulls out for his second triple. Does not go down this time. Chi-Shan orchestrating the offense for the Braves, looking to go to Seng. Seng has a shorter Jaron Young on him. Nice backdoor cut by Sai-Wen Cheng.
Wow, this team is just so efficient. They have so many weapons in different places. You know, the Dreamers were 3 out of 13 in the first half from three-point land, but the Braves 4 out of 8 shooting 50%. So there's not too many things that this team can't do. Speaking of the Braves.
And Sai, the man of the moment for the Braves, bringing the ball up, getting it to Mayo, and another good cut by Sai-Wen Cheng, draws it up. Big body by Sim Bullard to put that back in.
Yeah, that was Bullard's version of an offensive rebound, just going over the top there, and good hustle play for him.
Jaron Young cannot go inside again. Swarming defense by the Braves. Amigo Yang keeps it in somehow. The ball's all over the place. Braves back in the running. Sai-Wen Cheng looking for options. Gets it to Chi-Shan. Again down low is Seng Lin Ting. He has that mid-range jumper. Will not take it though. Takes it straight to Lin Moore a little bit too easily. Jet Chang losing control, and the ball comes back again to the Braves. Mayo to Hung, down to side, blocked, annihilated by Jaron Young on the attempt.
Yeah, that one, just explosive Young showing what he can do. And Sai thought he had an open jump shot, but it was denied. And Dreamers got to be careful here. This lead is piling up to 13, so McMorrow looks like he's checking back in. They need to find some offense from somewhere.
On the court for the Dreamers, Lee Shui-Lin, Marcus Keene, Liam McMorrow, Jaron Young, and Jet Chang. A solid lineup indeed for Coach Kyle Julius. Chi-Shan pulls up for 3, and he goes down.
And these Dreamers fans are getting a little bit quiet here in Changhua County, as it has been a slow start here in the third quarter for them.
Jet Chang looking to make something happen, kicks it to Lee Shui-Lin, cannot answer still. Braves on the break, Sai looks to take it to the basket, gets tapped out. A TV timeout on the way as we hit the half mark of the third quarter. We'll be back soon.
Show you it's a different game. Yeah. You can try to stop me, but I'm in a different game. You can try to stop me, but I'm in a different game.
好，来看一下我们的球。
So coming out of the timeout, the Dreamers started this quarter 5-0, now on the wrong end of a 12-0 run. by the Fubon Braves. Joseph Lin inbounding it, gets it to Saigon Cheng, trying to bully his way there in the paint. Gets the ball stolen.
Yeah, good recognition. Lee Shea Lin knew that Keen probably needed some help there with the post up. Good job, good hands for him. And they need some of those scrappy plays. They stayed in it in the first half because they got those loose balls, made some big plays defensively. That's what they need now.
Marcus Keen did everything but knock the ball down. There's gonna be a foul called. Should be on the Braves on the loose ball as Liam McMoore is trying to get that rebound. Seems like it will be on Saigon Cheng. That will be his third personal, if confirmed.
Might have just been an out-of-bounds call there by the officials.
And the rest of the Dreamers still have possession. A 5-second violation called on the inbound, and the Braves retain possession.
And McMoore will get a break, so McMoore and Young both on the sidelines now. It's putting a lot of weight on Tien Lei's shoulders, you know, to have to battle Garcia. But we'll see if he's up for the challenge. His team needs a stop.
Garcia trying to drive, nice steal by Marcus Keen from the weak side. Drives it all the way straight to the chest of Joseph Lin.
Yeah, good job by McMoore putting the pressure. Joseph Lin on his heels, backpedaling, so take it strong to the basket. If you don't get the layup, at least you get the foul call.
That's what the Dreamers will need. They are down big, 16 points in this third quarter. Just need anything to get them back on the scoreboard.
Now this would be a good time for Keen to sort of have one of his runs that he's capable of. Hopefully it starts at the free throw line for him, and he can come down, just be aggressive. You don't want to have him doing too much isolation plays, but you know, he's really the one in there right now who can break down anybody that's guarding him, and so everybody else has to be spaced out, ready to shoot. But let Marcus King go to work and try to get some offense going for the Dreamers.
The Braves looking to run with Saigon Cheng. Mismatch on Keen and forced into a foul there. That should be Keen's third personal foul as he is called to sub. Coach Kyle Julius bringing in Woo Sung Wei. Charles Garcia inbounding the ball for the Braves. We'll get Lin Che in the corner and we'll set it up. Saigon Cheng crosses it all the way over to Lin Che, pulls up for the three. Does not get it, but Saigon Cheng's long arms get the offensive board. Ooh. Fancy pass by Cheng.
Yeah, Sai scored earlier on a nice backdoor cut with the left-hand layup reverse, that time unable to corral the pass from Seng. And a good defense there by the Dreamers. Let's see if they can get it back here, though, offensively. See what they can create.
Jet open, does not take it, though, still looking for options. Shen Yuhan does not get the jumper. Still hustles enough for the offensive board. Still crossing the ball around. Jet Cheng, nice up and under move, a little bit too much.
Yeah, they need Jet Cheng to be aggressive offensively, though. Strong body, going to the hoop. That's the right move for him. You like to see that if you're Coach Kyle Julius. You just got to take his time and knock that layup down.
Joseph Lin driving the baseline. Thinks about it again. Kicks back out. Nice cut by Sai. Floats it up. And rolls just out. There's going to be some tussling down low.
As Lee Sui Lin hits a 70-foot three-point shot. But of course he already knew the whistle blown and it wasn't gonna count, but still pretty impressive.
There'll be a foul on the Dreamers there. It's on Jet Cheng, it seems. And there you see in the background the shot by Lee Sui Lin. Garcia has not seen the offense go his way much this game. They've been relying on other options, but still doing damage. That's his 10th point of the game.
That's what makes this Fubon team, though, so impressive and so scary is that, you know, you can have a guy like Garcia go off for 20 points, 20 rebounds, or he can just come in and play hard defense, and the scoring load can be, you know, spread out to other teammates on the court. So 33 bench points last game. You know, they have a lot of guys who can come in and contribute in different ways.
Jet Chang looking to attack, and the ball goes out on the fingertips of Li Shuilin.
Yeah, the Dreamers need a leader right now to step up, give some motivation, give some direction. I'd love to see Tian Lei just pull the guys together and say, hey, you know, this is what we need to do. He's also one capable of spreading out this defense for the Braves, you know, and so I'd like to see him with some looks from beyond the arc because they need to get something to go in the basket.
Yeah, we'll see if we get some of that during this timeout. We'll be back in a bit.
Go through. What are you doing? Why are you standing over there? You come through. And then that shot is there, the 5 is there, and the 4 is there. Bam, bam, you got it. Okay, fight down there, push it down here. Okay, you gotta cut through. You gotta cut through on fist 1 or fist 2. You gotta cut. Okay, or run through all the way. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go, let's go. Come on. Together, 1, 2, 3.
Coach Kyle Julius sticking with his all-local lineup for this final stretch of the third quarter. Fubon Braves with Joseph Lin, Charles Garcia, Simon Cheng, and Min Che. Charles Garcia taking it to the paint, and 2 points easily for the big man. Some way, a sharpshooter does not take the 3 there.
Fubon still in this 2-3 zone, so you don't have to beat it with a 3-point shot. You can attack and still get to the lane, but a 3-point shot is one good way to beat the zone.
That is also a good way, as they did earlier in the game, offensive rebounds and putbacks. Joseph Lin kicks it around. Lin Che now gets inside, kicks it again out to Joseph Lin for the triple.
Like I said again, just so many weapons, so many different places. You know, Joseph Lin can score the basketball, we know that. And it's a lot easier when you have guys like Garcia in the paint and others drawing the attention to kick it out to Lin for the 3.
Joseph Lin already the 4th player by the Braves to get into double-digit scoring. Again, emphasizing on how versatile they are on offense. Lin. Simon Cheng back to Lin. Working around with that screen. Lin Che crossing it down, back, out. Hustling defense here by the Dreamers, making life difficult, but Joseph Lin gets open somehow and misses. The ball stays with the Braves. Simon Cheng gets Charles Garcia for the slam.
Yeah, just slicing and dicing through this zone defense for the Dreamers, and Fubon with great penetration, quick ball movement, and very timely cutting. You know that this team has a lot of chemistry and history together.
That's a good answer for the Dreamers. Their sharpshooter Woo Sung Wei getting on the board with the triple of his own. 20 or so seconds left in the third quarter. They're still trying to get back in Garcia. Now kicking around Lin, wide open for 3, but doesn't go down.
You want to try to end with a basket here. Last 10 seconds left for the Dreamers. You want to try to cut into this lead, make it possible for a fourth quarter run.
Chang gets inside, steps away for a bit, does not go down, and the clock runs out in the third quarter. The Braves up big here, leading into the final minute, 69-50. We'll have to talk it over a bit, and we'll be back for the final quarter.
666零用金的球迷，赶快打开冰放，点选神好康，找到天堂 M 挺梦想宝箱，还有机会抽到周边商品。欢迎大家持续来加入我们的活动。
第4节马上开始，虽然目前我们落后，但是我们要展现梦想家的韧性。 梦想家的精神，梦想家的热血，球迷朋友们，花无山！
再来喊一下我们的梦想家，加油啦！梦想家，梦想家，
加油！
梦想家，
加油！
谢谢。
Dreamers, let's go！
第4节比赛开始，球能踢。 到了梦想家队球。
So we're headed here for the last 10 minutes of action in the Taiwan tussle, the rivalry in the ABL between the Formosa Dreamers and the Fubon Braves. Braves up ahead by 19 to start the fourth.
Yeah, and it's going to have to be an offensive explosion here for the Dreamers if they want to have any chance. And was almost a good start for them, but they only scored 11 points in the third quarter, and that's not going to beat too many teams in the ABL if you have a drought like that.
And especially one that is high scoring as the Fubon Braves. Already 70, nearly 70 points. And there we go, 71 points with a big dunk by the big man Bular.
Yeah, you gotta love the effort that Young and McMorrow are having down there, but you know, Young and against most ABL teams, you know, he's out on the perimeter guarding a slasher perimeter player, and he's strong enough. He can hold his own down there in the post, but it's just been a tough day in that department.
Accurate from the free throw line so far in this game. Dreamers still looking for their way on offense. Miguel Yang to Marcus Key. Key running around the perimeter. In the corner, Wu Sungwei does not knock it down, and they needed that.
Yeah, he hit one last quarter, and he needs to have the green light. We've seen him stroke it. He know he can shoot the ball. That's his role here on this team.
Nice pass there by Seng, and an easy finish by Bua. The points just keep piling up. Good effort on the offensive board by Jaron Young. They're going to need to find a way to stop Fubon Braves on this side of the floor. Sushan looking to get Kuala in the post and go straight to Miguel. Bumping it down on that side. Nice little hook shot. Kuala just doing everything right now.
Yeah, that's sky hook. Very well. Almost impossible to block or stop. And when Bular's making that shot, you know he's having a good day.
That three by Miguel though will stop some of the bleeding. The Dreamers have found themselves down by 21 points. Sen, the top of the key, gets it to Mayo. Mayo trying to find his way past Jared Young. He was annoyed enough out of making that shot.
And that's the type of defense I love seeing Young have. You know, he can guard the perimeter so well. Whether you're OJ Mayo or anyone on the league, he can hold his own.
Another miss by Wilson Way in that corner. You could just feel it a little bit more for him to knock it down though. OJ Mayo, nice touch passes there by the Brave. The high connection. For another 2 points by Bular.
Yeah, when you have a 7'4" player, you know he's going to be able to make plays. But when you put him in positions like that and you use him within your system, then he's even harder to stop.
Jared Young gets swatted at the basket. Miguel with a good steal. Crossing up Siren Cheng there to the delight of the crowd. Not finished with the floater. Braves running back again, and they're gonna slow it down. And Mayo just punches in another triple.
Then blows some kisses to the crowd. So it's now a 26-point lead, and the Dreamers are gonna still live to dream another day. Of course, it's early in the season, but they're gonna have to come away with this one with some big questions to answer.
There will be a break while we head into the new year. Coach Kyle Julius has a lot of homework to do with his team. Another trying connection there by Siren Cheng and Sang Ting, but doesn't go through. The Dreamers on the break some way. Amigo Yang trying to connect. And it's these passes that end up. What a block there by Jared Young.
Okay, did we just see that?
We were ready to give 2 points to Mayo there. And that swings the momentum a bit to the home crowd. 2 highlight plays by their 2 stars.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's over. 21 points. You know, the Dreamers do have the firepower. They just got to really bunker down right now and play 5 minutes of their best basketball.
OJ Mayo there was blocked on the other end earlier. Answers with a smooth jumper. Miguel Yang tries again with that pass and is picked away.
Here we go, round 2.
Mayo, and again on a second try, Jared Young's having his way on that shape.
Wow, I'm impressed with Young. The fans are getting a show either way.
And once again, it's like deja vu, the chase down block, followed by the 3 from Marcus Keene. They need to continue to stop the Braves on this end, though. Some momentum going their way, and this might add on more. Nice pass. And it'll be a foul on Siren Cheng. That should be his 4th personal. There's still 4 minutes left to the final buzzer, but the Dreamers trying to build something.
Yeah, and it's big, you know, just mentally to, even if they can't pull out this win today, to finish on a strong note, you know, to give yourself some positive vibes going.
提供的礼物扭蛋送给大家，大家把握一下，有谁想要礼物的，让我知道你们在哪里。这边的球迷朋友，
天堂店的公仔，
这边来一个，对面的交给 Danny 哥，
有没有？
好。 持续把礼物打开来之后呢，看一下里面的赠品是什么，都有相关的指示，可以进入到我们天堂 M 的所有的网站里面来参加我们的活动啦。
Alright， 第4节剩下4分17秒，到目前为止大家的气势都非常的棒，还是要非常感谢大家千里来到我们台湾彰化宝岛梦想家的主场。
暂停，时间到。
So the Formosa Dreamers still down by 20 here late in the fourth quarter, but a series of highlight plays has swung the momentum their way, Kirk.
Yeah, it has, and it started on the defensive end. Great blocks by Young, scrappy plays by Wu, others, you know, in the post. So it starts on the defense end, and then the offense becomes easier when you can get stops and you can get open looks in transition. The game flows better, and so definitely some positive play here by the Dreamers. But they just had that lull in the third quarter that might come back, you know, to bite them in the end. Just a tough stretch.
Now the Dreamers pressing full court, trying to get some quick turnovers off the Braves. Seng trying to bring the ball up himself. Kuala finally gets it up here. Joseph Lin crossing over Keen. Three does not go down. And a foul on Woo Wei on the loose ball.
Yeah, he was trying to box out, but at one point you got to turn around, know where the ball is inside, doing a good job being aggressive, going for the rebound, able to draw it, keep possession for the Braves.
Sai, a very active player. Hard to keep him in one spot. Braves get the ball back. Joseph Lin looking to get it inside, gets it to Sai in the corner. Sai sees the lane, moves it up, and rolls it just in. That's the typical silent check shot.
Yep, it's unorthodox, but it works, and he's been doing it for a long time and been a part of winning teams.
Woo Wei moves up for his mistake on the other end with a triple. Braves come out. It's right back. That is just a bad transition defensive play by the Dreamers.
Yeah, you got to be able to communicate. I mean, that's something that, you know, I coach high school basketball. I got to teach them that, and they can get that. So you don't want to have those breakdowns. It's just costly at any level. You got to get back in transition, know where your man is.
There will be a timeout by the Braves. They themselves want to finish this game strong as well.
1到4换掉，你一样可以换，换完以后你们要去把它接回来，然后进攻过去的时候 ，shooter 1或 shooter 4， 1号就是 shooter 就是他运 ，shooter 4就是他运，很简单，好，不给3分啦 ，no 对 no 对，对。
Braves still coming back onto the floor with a big front court of Bular and Garcia. Dreamers with Keen, McMorrow, Young, Woo Wei, and Jet Chang trying to make some dent into this lead. Keane pulls up a three. Does not go down. And the Braves come up with the board. Braves still speeding up the floor. They like to play in a fast tempo. Lin there, getting Garcia in the post against Young. That's a traveling violation by Garcia. Shifting his feet a little bit too much.
Yeah, we'll see what they can create here offensively. You know, Keane, we loved that three ball by him the last possession, but it'd be nice if his teammates could draw a little bit more of the attention so that he doesn't have to shoot a three off the dribble, fading to one side.
And that's one guy you might want to swing the attention to. Woo Sung-wei already with his third triple this game.
Yeah, he's a guy I hope, as we see Young with the steal, I hope Woo Sung-wei can continue to prove himself here for the Dreamers. Another deadly three-point shooter, and having someone with consistent offense would be good for the Dreamers team.
Young gets the McMorrow, cannot finish right at the rim. Another, he missed. Garcia misses on the highlight jam attempt.
And Young says, no go, no good. Not in my house.
The Dreamers get it back on that end, but how good has Jared Young been in transition on the end?
And every time he challenges a shot or blocks the shot, they get a basket on the other end. It's been big, emotional highlight plays, yet you know, just those plays that get your team up and the energy up.
Attacking it more, does not get it, and the Dreamers with another stop. 1 minute and a half left in this game. Another foul is drawn. Should be onside when Cheng will check how many he has.
And they're going to review this to make sure Sai was actually going for the ball, not just fouling and transition to stop the play.
There's limited time left here, only 1 minute and 26 seconds left, and the lead is quite big for the Braves, up by 16. But as you mentioned earlier, even though they might not be able to catch up, they just want to finish this strong.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, whether you have a break before your next game or not, you just want to, you know that you did everything you could in this game to make it possible. And yeah, I don't think Sai really had much of a chance to go after the ball there, but just reaching in. So this will be an interesting call. You know, there's no intent there to hurt him or anything, but you do have to go for the basketball, or else it can be an intentional foul. So we'll see what the referees come up with.
The Fubon Braves themselves up by huge. They do not want to show complacency, and they want to finish with a statement against their crosstown rivals.
Yeah, that intentional foul. So the Dreamers here will get free throw, and they'll be able to keep possession of the ball. So just another thing that will help them gain momentum and some ground here in this game. Only 1 minute and 26 left, down by 16. You know, I won't say never, but highly unlikely that there's any chance of a comeback here. But even just getting it back down to 10 points, a respectable loss, you know, and showing some good signs of what to come, you know, for your fans and for just the overall feeling of your team.
Basket there, it's down to 15. And he makes it 2. See if they can get a quick basket and see what they want to do. But Coach Roger also already taking Singular to the bench along with O.J. Mayo. Even Charles Garcia is the lone import. Marcus Keane with Joseph Lin on him. Woo Sung-wei almost looking at a triple. Keane drives to the basket, step away, jumper. Put back by Jared Young.
Yeah, I love the intensity. Just Jared Young can help your team out in so many ways, defensively, offensively. He can do it by himself. He can do it away from the ball with those plays.
Braves with no rush. They will milk the clock. Joseph Lin with a floater. Jared Young pushes the ball out quickly. Knock it down by Liam McMorrow. It's within 10 with under a minute to go. Can they make a big final push?
Just got to get one more stop, and then you got to get quick baskets after that. So
Charles Garcia, though, that has got to be a dagger, just driving straight to the basket for two.
Oh my. I believe everyone's okay. We had a player fly into the stands.
Oh, Chao Chia.
Love the hustle by him, and it looks like everyone's smiling and okay on the sidelines as we see the replay of McMorrow from the feed from Marcus Keene, just rewarding the big guy in transition.
Everyone loves to see the players give it their all, no matter what the score is. Keene with the ball. Joseph Quinn has been trying to stay in front of him. Doing a pretty good job. Jaron Young, though, gets free for the three. And Liam McMorrow with the putback, and another foul called. Down low on the putback attempt. They think that is on Lin Ming Xue.
Man, it seemed like McMorrow was so high above that you couldn't see a foul happen, but must have been contact down below. Right there, the little wrist tap. So McMorrow will take it. Chance to get it under 10, which is, you know, should be a good feeling for the Dreamers, who started the quarter down 20 points. To come back and make it respectable with the finish, it shows a lot about the character of this team.
They're still trying to press on the full court, but the Braves push it up anyways. Whoa! Has the ball. Dreamers are not backing down. Fans have got to love this from their home team.
So this is somewhat unfamiliar territory for most of these Dreamers. Most of the team that was on the roster last year, you know, they had such a strong stand at home, only losing once, I believe, at home all season last year. But, you know, they still have a lot to figure out. It's a new season, new challenges. They're 0-3 now. But the Dreamers, you know, they can still look at certain things and find some things to be happy about. They just got to learn how to put all the pieces together and have a game where they're focused for all 4 quarters and giving it their best A game.
Yeah, and that will be the end of the first Taiwan tussle in the ASEAN Basketball League. The Fubon Braves coming into the home of the Formosa Dreamers and claiming a win 90-81. A high-tempo game all around, entertaining the fans here who have made their way to the Changhua County Stadium. It's a good, friendly environment between two teams that are close to each other.
Yeah, they definitely are. They're gonna, you know, even here after the game, you got the two teams together. So the Taiwan tussle is just round 1. There will be more to come.
And the Fubon Braves push their record to 4-1. The Dreamers continue to struggle with 0-3. It's been an entertaining time here in Taiwan. Thank everyone for following the coverage. My name is TK. It's been a pleasure, along with our local resident, Kirk Long.
Thank you. It's been good.
And we'll see you tomorrow for another game between the Fubon Braves and the Macau Black Bears. See you soon.
This broadcast of the ASEAN Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.
Season opening. Oh! Lee Shui-Lin, money on the three.
So turns, fires. Gelman go right there. Another block by Gelman.
Wide open is Regulish. Back-to-back triples for Mono Vampire.
Only 7 remaining. He makes his move. Young forces it up and in! CC hasn't made a shot before that.
Pretty good so far here in the first half.
Lie. Oh, everyone for the Black Bears finding the bottom of the